Investec is a diversified financial group primarily active in investment banking, private banking and asset management.
Yes, and as time's gone by, that asset management part has become more and more important because the bit started by Hendrik de Tooy and built out has become really a global player with a big headquarters, I think in London, but a substantial team here in Johannesburg, in Cape Town and elsewhere. Huge and substantial assets, both for institutional investor clients as well as retail private clients.
So the group, the Investec group, has a combined market cap of 97 billion rand, that obviously including the Investec asset management portion.
Correct, and it also includes the INL and INP shares, because remember it's got that dual listed thing here and in London.
Trades on a PE of 12.5 and a dividend yield of 3.4%.
Yeah,
Where are we going with this Investec conversation?
Well, look, I mean, it was founded many decades ago by Stephen Kosef. Well, I think he was like employee number 3 or 4. He's the CEO. The Cantors were there. Boss Cardall was there. A bunch of guys that basically decided, as Joburg has often done, thrown up financial brave entrepreneurs. Banking license, investment banking, yes, and a global business, but they've sort of narrowed it down because, of course, it was a very tough time for all second-tier global banks back in 2008, 2009.
Let's get the share price graph up, and we're going to look at the broader group, Investec,
Yes,
just to get a
because
sense
when you
of
buy the group, you
where
get it
this
all.
one's tracking.
So there it doesn't look too bad. That's a 5-year chart. You can go back and have a look at a 10-year chart, and you will see that the all-time highs back in 2007 were, in fact, kind of around the 100 Rand share price level, which is where it is now, a little bit higher, 112, 114. I think it's currently trading at about 106, 107. So it has recovered well.
And having recently interviewed the CEO of Investec, Stephen Kosef, he made the statement that he believes the Investec group is in a better position now than it was in the mid-2000s.
Yeah, because, you know, some of the exciting forays, all the gung-ho trading activity in the prop book, some of the stuff that they were busy with on investment banking deals with big chunky revenues have been replaced by a much more stable and mature business with a much higher annuity income from private client asset management activities and from institutional asset management activities. So Hendrik de Tooy has done a tremendous job. He's a great guy, very clever. And, you know, they're big enough that they offer a full suite of financial solutions. So it doesn't really matter if one part of the business or one of the funds in the stable isn't doing particularly well. They've got trillions of rands under management at this point.
You really are offering a glowing report. I hope that stands fast across all the asset managers that we discuss. Hot or not on Investec?
I think they continue to do well. And remember, globally, banks now are definitely in recovery mode. The memory of the tough times of, 2008 will soon be a decade back. Who knows, maybe even in the foreseeable future, we might see some big mergers and acquisitions activities in the banking sector. And I think Investec is a nice chunk-sized asset for the likes of a JP Morgan or
So in
Goldman
your view,
Sachs
we can potentially look to corporate activity.
Maybe. I mean, it's a bit premature
Investec.
to sort that kind of stuff, and maybe even Investec would be a consolidator. They have in turn been
Hot or not? Did you give me a hot?
I'm happy to be hot on Investec, yeah.